Hello student, we go over S3, we don't have S4. It's solve radical equation. Alright, here we go. So, you can see we try to solve for y, but then the y inside the square root, so we need to eliminate the square root. Very simple, we have a formula. If you have square root of any value, and if you don't want the square root, you just power 2, okay? And now you can see square root and power 2 cancel out. So now the answer is only the A, okay? So this is your formula. Here we go. This is a formula. Here we go. So if you don't want the square root, just power 2, okay? So now, go back to your equation over here. When you power 2, make sure you power 2 on both sides. Okay? So 1/2 power 2, 1/2 times 1/2 become 1/4. Okay? And then square root of y, when you power 2, the square root and power 2 cancel out. So now the y is the only thing you have on the right side. So the answer is y equal 1/4. So I enter 1/4 into the answer box and then I'm done. Voila. Okay. Now the same thing, you want to solve for the p inside the square root. So we have to do power 2. But when you do power 2, make sure you do power 2 on both sides. Okay. So 13 squared, that's a 169. And then power 2 and square root cancel out. So on the right side, you only have the p. So the answer is 169. Alright, 169. If I don't mistake, I am correct. Ooh, I got it. I remember 13 squared, 169. Alright, same thing again. You try to solve for the y inside the square root. So I would take power 2 on both sides. Okay, on both sides. Here we go. So now square root and power 2 cancel out. So I had only the y on the left side. 11 squared, that's 121. 11 squared is 11 times 11, that's 121. Okay, so I got my answer, 121. Here we go. Voila, I already have 28 points. Okay. So, ooh, this one fancy. Fancy. So, when you see the equation with the square root, if you want the power 2, make sure power 2 is the only thing on the left side. Okay? So, I should not take power 2 on both sides right now. I should isolate the square root. So, in order to do that, I should plus 8 on both sides first. Okay? So when you do that, then you have square root of d equal 11. Voila, you see that? Now square root is the only thing on the left side. So you're welcome to power 2 on both sides now. Okay? So power 2 on both sides. Okay? So now I come out the d on the left side. Square root and power 2 cancel out. 11 squared, 121. Okay, so again, if you want the power 2 to get rid of the square root, make sure square root is the only thing on one side. So in this case, you don't want negative a, you add a on both sides. So now the left side has only square root of d. Okay, on the right side, 3 plus a become 11. So now you power 2, then you have no more square root, and the right side is 121. So I enter 121 and I'm done. 121. Voila. So continue with this. So make sure you isolate the square root before power 2. Okay? Isolate the square root part. Square root part before power 2, power 2, power 2. on both sides. Okay, let me emphasize one more time. Make sure you isolate the square root part before you power 2. You can see here, so this is the square root. You see that? It needs to be by itself. Okay, so does it look like you don't want negative a? Then you add a on both sides. Okay, you add a on both sides. So now come out, the left side negative 2 plus a becomes 6. The right side is square root of h because negative a and a is cancelled out. So you can see now we're ready to power 2 on both sides. Okay, so let's do power 2 on both sides. Here we go. So now you can see the left side is 36, the right side is b. That's it. This is the answer. Okay. So let's go get my pen here. I put down 36 and then I'm done. Okay. So I'm curious how's IXL explained to you guys. So pretend that I submit, but you know the answer I come out 36, alright? So let's see how they explain. Okay? Ooh, they do the same thing. You see that? Add a on both sides. Seriously, they said add a on both sides. So then negative a and a cancel out. So now you have only square root of h on the right side. Negative 2 add a become number 6. And now power 2 on both sides. You see that? Power 2 on both sides. Instead of say power 2, they say square on both sides. Same thing. Okay? So mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Okay, where's my pen? Right here. I got this. So now I can do the next one. Okay, here we go. Ooh, perfect. Are we ready to power 2 on both sides? Yes, because the square root is the only thing on the right side. Okay, I mean the left side. Left side. Here we go. So I can power 2. So here we go. We can do it right here. Here we go. Power 2 on both sides. So you can see the left side come out as 1 plus a. The right side, 4 square is 16. We're almost there. So if I subtract 1 on both sides, so let's rewrite over here. 1 plus a equals 16. So you want to solve for the a's, alright? You want to solve for the a. So I don't want number 1, I subtract 1 on both sides. Okay? So now I come out a equals 15, and then I'm done. A equals 15. Okay, put it here. 15, done. Okay. Same thing over here. You need to isolate for the square root. So I don't want number 2 here. I subtract 2 on both sides. Okay. So now on the left side, I only have square root of w, and 4 subtract 2 is number 2 on the right side. So now I'm ready to power 2. Okay, so I power 2 on both sides, or you can say square. Okay, so now the left side, we have only w, the right side equal 4. And then we're done. Alright, so I put down number 4. Go. Okay. Here we go. So we need to isolate the square root part. So let's see the square root part right here. Okay? Square root of a. You need to isolate it. So you can see we don't want negative 20. We add 20 on both sides. Okay? So now you come out on the left side, negative 10 plus 20, that's number 10. On the right side is square root of a. So now we're ready to square on both sides. Okay? So I'm going to square on both sides right now. Here we go. Square, square. 10 squared, that's 100. Square root a of a, and then power 2, it cancel out. The square root and power 2. So you have only a. That's it. Done. The answer is 100. Done. Voila. So I go and get my cursor here. I put 100. Submit. Voila. Okay. One more. Let's do one more. Is the square root the only thing on the right side? Brian, can you see that far?
No way.
Oh my. Sophie, is square root the only thing on the right side? Incorrect. There's a negative sign in the front. So you don't want that negative sign. Okay? So either you multiply by -1 or you divide by -1. It's up to you. Alright? So let's divide by -1 on both sides. Okay? So now the left side equal number 6 and then the right side is square root of -p. So now you ready to solve? Ready to square on both sides? So now I can square on both sides. Okay? So now the left side come out 36, the right side, everything inside the square root right now is -p. Okay? Are we done? Sophie, are we done to solve with the p? Take a look. Are we done? For the p, you need to solve for the p. Are we done? No, because this is negative, alright? So you divide -1 on both sides. So you come out -36 equal p. So now we done. Now we done. Okay? So you guys, again, if you see the negative sign, it means you need to get rid of it. Okay? Divide by -1, or you can multiply by -1. It's up to you. Okay? So for this problem, we done the p equal -36. -36. And then I submit, voila. Alright? Same thing. This problem right here. Right here. You see the square root right here? We need to isolate it. Okay? It means we don't want -92. So we add 92 on both sides. Okay? So you can see the left side come out at 12. The right side is square root of z. So now take a look. We ready to square on both sides. You ready to square on both sides? Here we go. So now the left side, 12 square. What is 12 square? Makai, 12 square. 144, very good. And the right side, what is it? Square root of z when it's power 2. What happened? Square root and power 2 cancel out. So what do you have left on the right side? What do we have on the right side after square? Only z. That's it. You got it? Done. Done. Here we go. The answer is 144. Submit. Okay. Now, take a look over here. Let's figure out the square root part. Okay. You can see the square root part right here. You see that? You need to isolate the square root part. You don't want -64. So, what do? You add 64 on both sides. Okay? So now, the left side, you have only the square root. And the right side, -62 with 64 become number 2. So now, we're ready to square on both sides. So you square. So now, the left side is 35 plus v. The right side, number 4. You want to solve for v, you don't want 35. What do? Subtract 35 on both sides. Okay? So now the left side is v, the right side -31. So this is the answer. V equal -31. -31. Voila. I want to solve for t. T happened to be inside the square root. So then I should be, I can power 2. But when you power 2, make sure you power 2 on both sides, or you can say square. 1.2 square. 12 square is 144. So 1.2 square should be 1.44. And then on the right side, square and power 2 cancel out, so you have only t. Done. That's it. So the answer is 1.44. 1.44. Voila. Submit. Done. Okay. Next one, I do the same. Here we go. This is square root of p, but I want to solve for the p. I don't want the square root. So then I square on both sides. Okay, so I square on both sides. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Square root and square cancel out. So I have only p. 19, when I square, is that 300? 381? Ooh, let me double check. I think so. 19 square. 19 square. 361. I forgot. 361. Okay. So let's fix it. 361. Okay, here we go. 361. Okay, now I put 361 in the box and then I'm done. So the first few questions is quite easy, but then as you go on a little bit, ooh, look at this. You want to solve for the g, but g inside the square root, so then I square on both sides. Okay, I square on both sides. So the left side, square root and square cancel out, I have only g. 1/4, when you square, is that 1/4 times 1/4? Which is 1/16. Okay? So the answer for G is 1/16. 1/16. Voila. Alright. Next one, very similar. You want to solve for u, but u inside the square root. So you have to square. But when you square, make sure you square on both sides. Okay? 7 square, that's a 49. And on the right side, square root and square cancel out. You have only u subtract 4. Okay? So let me write over here. 49 equal u subtract 4. So now I will solve with u. How do you get rid of negative 4? You plus 4, one side or both sides? Both sides. So you come out 53 equal u, or u equal 53. Okay, so I put right here 53. Done. Alright. Ooh, this one a little bit complicated, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay. So you can see this is the square root. Okay. So you don't want number 2 there. So I would divide 2 on both sides first. Okay. So I come out square root of g equal 3. So now I'm ready to square on both sides. Okay, so I come out g equal 9. So the answer is equal 9. Okay, so this is level 2. Voila. So I can move on to level 3. Here's your level 3. Here we go. So now you can see this is a square root. Okay, it needs to stand by itself before you square on both sides. So I divide 15 on both sides. So now the left side you have only square root of d subtract 5. The right side is number 1. So now I'm ready to square on both sides. Okay? So now if I square, the square root and square cancel out. So I have only d subtract 5. On the right side, I got number 1. I plus 5 on both sides, so d equals 6. And then I'm done. Here we go. D equals 6, I'm done. Voila. Okay? Now, let's do level 4. Level 4. Level 4, I'm ready to go because left side is the only square root. So now I can square on both sides. Okay? So I come out b subtract 61. 18 is 324. Okay? So now I plus 61 on both sides. So now I have b equal 385. So I put down 385. 385. Voila. Okay. Next one, you can see over here, this is a square root. It's not by itself on the right side yet. So I don't want number 3, so I subtract 3 on both sides. Okay? So now I come out, the left side is number 6 and the right side only square root of 37 plus 8. So now I'm ready to square on both sides. Okay? So 6 square become 36 on the right side, square root and square cancel out. So only 37 plus 8. So the next step is I subtract 37 on both sides. So now I got negative 1 on the left side and x is on the right side. So the final answer is x equals negative 1. Alright, now I can do the next level. Okay, similarly, this is square root. So the square root needs to stand by itself. So you don't want negative 5, so I add 5 on both sides. Alright, so let's do it again. I add 5 on both sides. So you can see, I come out, the left side is 18, the right side is square root of negative t plus 7. So now I'm ready to square on both sides. Here we go. So now the left side is 324, and the right side is subtract t plus 7. Okay, I'm going to do the moving it faster. The reason is I want only positive t, so I move to the left side, and then 324 I move to the right side. Okay? So now the t, negative t on the right side, move to the left, is come out at t. 324 move to the right side, become negative 324. Now you plus 7. So now t equal negative 317. 17. That's it. Alright? Put it down in the box. Negative 317. Submit. Alright. Next one. Let's move on to the 6th level. Okay. Similarly, you want the square root by itself. Okay. So first of all, I don't want negative 1. I plus 1 on both sides. Okay. So here we go. The left side become 15. The right side become 15 and then square root of 1 subtract 2s. I'm not done yet. I don't want the 15 here, so I divide 15 on both sides. So the left side come out number 1. The right side now is square root of 1 subtract 2s. So now I'm ready to square on both sides. Here we go. So now the left side become number 1, the right side is 1 subtract 2s. So I subtract 1 on both sides. So I come out 0 on the left side, the right side is subtract 2s. I divide 2, negative 2 on both sides. So I come out 0 equal s. So the final answer is s equals 0. Voila. Okay, let's do level 7. Now, both sides are square root. So I'm ready to square on both sides. I'm done. Okay. Square root and power 2 cancel out. So the left side come out at a plus 3a. The right side is negative a. Okay. So now take a look. Negative a, it means negative 1a. So negative 1 smaller than 3. So I would get rid of negative 1a by add 1a on both sides. Okay? So I come out a plus 4a equals 0. I subtract a on both sides. So I come out 4a equals negative a. I divide 4 on both sides. So a equals negative 2. Okay, negative 2 right here. Put it in. Voila. Okay, let's move on to level 8. 315. Okay, let's do the last one over here. I square on both sides. Okay, I come out 7t equal 80 subtract 12. Alright, 70, 80, 70 smaller. So I subtract 70 on both sides. I come out 0 on the left side, 1t on the right side, and then subtract 12. Remember, I solve for t, I don't want negative 12, so I plug 12 on both sides. Alright, so I come out 12 equal t or 1t, same thing. Okay? So the final answer is t equal 12. Voila. Thank you so much.